This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 6, the president getting set to visit the site of the latest 2 mass shootings. How some are welcoming his visit while others wish he would just stay in Washington.
That's why we're out here, and we have to do this in a zero tolerance, and we have to write those tickets.
The back-to-school crackdown on dangerous drivers. We go behind the scenes to show you how police are making sure that your child stays safe.
Beauty school dropout. It's about time you knew the score.
High school students don't want to drop out of this beauty school. Coming up, Hiring Hoosiers takes a look at the jobs program helping to give students a permanent career. It is 6 o'clock on your Wednesday morning. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Meredith Barrett.
And I'm Lauren Casey, and Alyssa Donovan is with us this morning to bring us some good news in the forecast.
Yes.
A pretty nice summer day.
Today's going to be gorgeous. It's really exactly what we want for your summer day forecast. Temperatures going to be right where they should be in the 80s. Plenty of sunshine. Starting a little cool this morning, though, for some of you northern counties. 58 right now in Crawfordsville, 63 in Tipton, 62 in Peru, and that's just because that's where that cold front dropped from yesterday. That brought us a few showers and thunderstorms to the southern counties. It's 67 right now in Indianapolis, but we are going to warm up quite a bit throughout the day. That system has moved out to the southwest, still bringing some storms to southern Ohio this morning. Here in Indiana, though, we are seeing those calm conditions, a little bit of cloud coverage to our south and off to our east, but that will clear out as we head through the afternoon. High pressure is building in from the north. That's going to bring us some warming as we head through the day, just because we're going to see plenty of sunshine that will allow for that daytime heating. And then we are going to see a lot of that cloud coverage clear out this afternoon. A few cumulus clouds could develop, but for the most part, we're going to see sunshine throughout your day, starting in the 60s this morning, climbing into the mid-80s this afternoon.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a look right now at traffic for your morning drive. I-74 here in Post Road to the southeast. Traffic is picking up and moving along up to speed. No issues here to slow you down. One issue, though, to the northeast. Let's take a look at our traffic now map. We are monitoring a water main break and road closure of Hague Road between 82nd Street and 86th Street. So you'll need to avoid that area, but as you can see, the interstates to the northeast traveling smoothly, so you can always take those as a detour.
This morning, we are working to find out more about a pair of shootings happening overnight. The first on the north side, police say a person was just shot just before 3 this morning near 36th and Illinois. We're told that victim is in the hospital and their condition has stabilized. About 1 hour later, police tell us a man showed up at a gas station near 25th and College with a bullet wound to his lower leg. That man also told officers he was robbed, but police say he is not telling officers where that shooting took place. We'll continue to follow both of these stories and bring you the latest updates as soon as we learn them. Later today, President Trump will visit the sites of the latest 2 mass shootings in the U.S., but he may not receive a warm welcome from everyone.
The president will travel to Dayton and El Paso as his Republican Party largely continues to reject calls for new laws on certain types of guns after more than 30 people died over the weekend. Trump is facing pushback from some current and local officials in El Paso and Dayton. That includes 2 Democratic presidential candidates urging him not to come.
This is the most racist president we've had since perhaps Andrew Johnson. He is responsible for the hatred and the violence that we're seeing right now.
I think he's a polarizing figure, I think especially in El Paso.
The Republican mayor of El Paso says he's received calls and emails from angry Texans, but says he will still welcome the president's visit. The Democratic mayor of Dayton says that she will as well, but she also welcomes those protesting the president.
I don't know how we deal with evil. I don't have a textbook for dealing with evil other than the Bible. I'm sorry. We're going to go through this. But the president is coming out.
He's made this bet and he's got a lie in it, you know. He hasn't, his rhetoric has been painful for many in our community. And I think that people should stand up and say they're not happy if they're not happy that he's coming.
Meanwhile, Democrats continue to call on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to convene the Senate before their summer recess is over to consider background check bills that were passed by the House months ago. So far, there's no indication that will happen.
A warning this morning to be extra alert at the bus stop. Police say a man tried to lure a student into his car on the south side. Perry Township School says an elementary school student told her bus driver a man in a car pulled up to her stop at Shelby and Thompson Road around 8:15 Tuesday morning. He said her bus was going to be late. The man then offered to take her to school. Thankfully, she did not go with him. The vehicle is being described as a small red four-door car with a baby in the back seat. If you have any information as to who this person might be, you are asked to call IMPD at the number on your screen, 317-327-3811.
Working for you now, RTV6 is giving you an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how police are going undercover to catch drivers who are putting your children's lives at risk. We rode along with Muncie police officers as they followed school buses on their routes. Police and parents say the biggest issue is drivers passing the buses when the stop arm is out.
Almost every day, people are impatient. They don't understand that these kids are crossing. You can hit them. That's it.
He knew the rules, and I asked him. I said, you saw the arm. Yeah. I thought it was okay.
I don't want my children dead. I don't want them, in the hospital.
Muncie Police and 38 other law enforcement agencies in Indiana received a state grant this year to pay officers overtime to specifically enforce school bus laws.
One of two unborn twin boys has died just days after his mother was shot in the head in Anderson. Police say the mother, 29-year-old Alexis Wasson, and the surviving twin are on life support. Wasson is 21 weeks pregnant. Her boyfriend, Skylar White, is accused of shooting her on Friday. Court documents show that White told his mother the shooting was an accident. Right now, he faces charges of attempted murder and criminal recklessness.
A Monroe County mother will serve 2.5 years of probation after admitting to strangling her son. Michaela Carpenter reached a plea agreement and agreed to continue counseling. Court records say she slapped her then 2-year-old son and put her hands over his mouth for 45 seconds. As part of the plea, prosecutors dismissed a charge of battery. Prosecutors say Carpenter has completed intensive parenting training and did not have a criminal record. At 6:06, when you look good, you feel good, and students want you to do just that.
Today in Hiring Hoosiers, from classroom to career, high school students are breaking into the beauty industry. Our Erin Lish joins us live with more on a program getting students ready for those future jobs. Hey, Erin.
Good morning. So we're right outside the Walker Career Center where they have a ton of different programs, and one being cosmetology. So students will come here, juniors and seniors, and they will come about 4 to 5 hours a day, and they will learn different things like how to do hair, makeup, facials, pedicures, manicures, anything that has to do with cosmetology. And after finishing 1,500 hours of combined theory and practical skills needed, they will be able to get their Indiana State cosmetology license, which means they are ready to work. Talking with instructors and students, they say going this route saves them a lot of money in the long run.
If you go to a PJ's, a Paul Mitchell, Tricoci, it's $20,000, $25,000 to get your license. Here they spend around $650, $700.
I don't got $25,000 to spend a year going to like a beauty school, so it's really convenient that I can do it while going to school and like graduate through this.
This is a 2-year program, and students actually have clients come into the salon, which they say helps build their communication skills, just being able to talk to those clients. And you can actually come here to the Walker Career Center and take advantage of all of these services for a very low price. They even have a senior citizens day. You just have to call them to set up an appointment. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to have a little bit more from those students here at the program. But for now, back to you in the studio.
All right, Erin, thank you so much. Time right now is 6:08 on your Wednesday. A historic bridge will be closed even longer than expected, and the city is acknowledging that this project has taken way too long. The Central Avenue Bridge over Fall Creek will hopefully open in a few weeks, according to the Department of Public Works. DPW wanted to open the bridge last month. The city is now working with the Department of Transportation to get the contractor to work a little bit faster. We know that was a tedious project because it's on the historic registry, so they have to preserve the bridge as well as fix the road. As you're heading out the door, though, this morning, running into maybe some construction projects, the good news is crews have dry roads. Alyssa?
That's right. It's going to be a dry day across central Indiana, and you can see our temperatures dropping off a little bit yet this morning. We're at 67 right now in Indianapolis. Just about 20 minutes ago, we were at 69 degrees, so those temperatures dropping yet this morning, and that's just because we have clear skies across much of the area this morning, allowing that cooling to happen. We had that system that moved through yesterday. That's lingering with just a little bit of cloud coverage to our south and east. A lot of that is going to clear out as we head through the afternoon. High pressure is in control, so that's what's going to do. What that's going to do is clear out those cloud coverages and leave us with some sunny skies today. Also going to warm us up with that daytime heating. Highs today will be into the 80s, so it's going to be a beautiful day. We will see the potential for just a few cumulus clouds developing this afternoon. Again, 86 for our high today. Will be right around 81 at noon, and then we do have those changes back in the forecast tomorrow. More chances of showers and storms.
Alyssa, thank you. An Indiana company calls it learning by doing. Next in Hiring Hoosiers, how that company's work is inspiring the next generation of the state's workforce.
And it's a big anniversary for one of the most beloved members of our RTV6 team. Next, we look back to when this big guy was getting up early in the morning the way we are now.
And it is 6:10. Here's a live look in Castleton, I-69 at 82nd Street. Everything here is moving along up to speed, and you may need to take I-69 in this area because just a little east of here, we have Hague Road closed for a water main break. That closure will last through the morning rush hour. We'll continue to keep a close eye out for any issues or delays in your commute. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Jetta, Tiguan, and select Atlas models.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:13. Here's a look at some construction just to our north. This is an ongoing project you've probably passed on your morning drive. I-65 near 30th Street. The northbound lanes here, we have those orange barrels out, so just use caution for your morning commute. Hiring Hoosiers is showing you how central Indiana companies are inspiring the next generation of the state's workforce.
Our Amanda Starantino shows us how an Indiana company is teaching students nationwide career skills through learning by doing.
Brady Anderson is not your ordinary student.
Most recently, I've been doing some freelance app development for a few individuals around Noblesville and Fishers, and I've also been working on this drone machine learning software. So what I'm doing with that is I'm getting a drone that's able to appraise a house.
A senior at Noblesville High School, Brady is a student of Project Lead the Way. It provides education programs while focusing primarily on career learning in the fields of engineering, biomedical science, and computer science. Noblesville Schools offers 14 different Project Lead the Way courses for middle and high school students, and it is one of only a few districts in the state to offer the programming for K through 12, with elementary students exploring flight, energy, robotics, and more.
Project Lead the Way has been like one of those classes that was more so teaching me a mindset than anything else. So this sensor over here is going to detect the thing.
Brady has used what he learned from Project Lead the Way to pursue his entrepreneurial endeavors outside the classroom.
My friend Jackson Costa and I have started a business together where we are teaching little kids how to fly drones and explore different applications of drone technology.
Andrew Wilkins is the Project Lead the Way coordinator at Noblesville High School, reinventing the way students learn in the classroom by making the coursework relevant.
What we found is that these students actually develop some grit through these courses. They learn how to persevere through challenges, how failing isn't really a problem unless you don't choose to overcome that failure and work towards a better solution.
Vince Bertram is the president and CEO. His objective is to empower students so they have transformable, high-demand skills that companies are looking for. He says the skills students gain in these courses lead to great career opportunities that can drive our economy forward.
We help to give students aspirations and skills, high-demand, transportable skills that companies are looking for. And then we work directly with companies across the state of Indiana as well as around the country in helping them recruit our students and make connections with them.
Project Lead the Way is in more than 11,500 schools nationwide. Millions of students participate in these courses that have a hands-on focus of activity problem project-based learning. For Brady, he learned how to create success by growing from failure.
I think it's laying the groundwork for long-term success and happiness for me. I think once you master a mindset in whatever field that you're interested in, you can definitely go in any direction that you want to go.
That was Amanda Starantino reporting. Along with providing a STEM education for Hoosier students, Project Lead the Way has brought jobs to Indiana as well. Since moving to Indianapolis in 2011, they have created around 250 new jobs. You can find more information about Project Lead the Way on hiringhoosiers.com. We continue to celebrate a special milestone. Today is the 30th anniversary at RTV6 for our Kevin Gregory.
Yeah, and you're probably used to seeing Kevin later in the day and late at night, but it wasn't always that way. When he first started here back in 1989, he joined Tracy Horth on the morning shift, which means a very early wake-up call. Tracy picks up the story from there.
We were here early in the morning, and neither of us were adjusting well to that schedule. And Kevin Gregory, I'll never forget him saying, "It's really a sad thing when the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning is when you can go back to bed." But you know what? Kevin Gregory is sunshine. Kevin Gregory is, his personality is amazing to me, and he is so good at what he does.
And we'll have much more on Kevin's big anniversary day today on the news at 5, 6, and 11. And the funny thing about Kevin Gregory is you see him late at night at the 11 o'clock news. He sometimes comes in at noon because we do the noon show and he's here all the time.
Yeah. He comes
why
in
do we
at
see
noon
him?
To talk to me or Todd, whoever's doing the noon, just
like a 12-hour
about
day.
what's coming.
Right.
Or just to chit-chat.
Yeah. Check on the weather.
I'm actually kind of surprised he struggled on the morning shift because I have never met someone more energetic than Kevin.
Right?
No matter the scenario, he is go, go, go.
I'm sure
Energizer bunny.
His version of struggling may be different than ours.
Exactly. He's like, oh, it took me 30 seconds to get out of bed versus the rest of our 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, looking forward to that later today.
Yes, and you know what? He's going to have a great forecast to give today when he comes in later this afternoon. I have a great one to give this morning. We are starting this morning a little cool in some spots just from that passing cold front, but it is going to be a very nice day, seasonable out there, dry conditions, and then we do have those storm chances back in the forecast for your Thursday, but that's going to be brief. That will all clear out by the weekend, and we're going to see some really nice conditions just in time for that. Temperatures right now 67 in Indianapolis. We are picking up a little bit more cloud coverage now. Kokomo at 61, Bloomington at 68 this morning. So Kokomo to the north of us, those clear skies helped usher in that cold air from that cold front that passed through yesterday. So some of those areas to the north, we are starting a little cooler this morning. So what's going on is that cold front passed through, that's moving off to our southwest. Few lingering clouds to the south and east of us this morning. A lot of that's going to clear out though in the next few hours here. We are going to see high pressure build in, and that's going to be in control today. So that's going to clear out those clouds and allow us to heat up throughout the afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the mid and upper 80s. So here's a look at TrueCast. You can see we do have just a few clouds lingering for the eastern counties and to the south of us this morning. We'll continue to see those until about midday, and then we'll start to really see that high pressure take control and clear out a lot of that cloud coverage by the noon hour. Expecting the 80s around central Indiana and areas to the south of us, hanging on to the 70s for some of you spots to the north, but we are going to all catch up as we head into the afternoon and see some really nice and warm conditions today. A little bit more cumulus clouds possible developing this afternoon as well, but for the most part, plenty of sunshine for your Wednesday. It's really just going to be a beautiful and sunny summer day. Next, we have this system to the north of us that will drop down Thursday. What that's going to do is bring us the potential of a few afternoon showers and thunderstorms developing just as instability builds back into the area. Now, we do have just a small risk of some severe storms with that system at this point. Of course, we'll keep an eye on that and let you know if anything changes by the time those systems move through tomorrow. Today, starting in the 60s at most locations, a little cool to the north, mostly clear skies, and then we'll pick up a little bit more cloud coverage as we head into the afternoon. 86 degrees for our high. Tomorrow, 88 for the high. So we're warming up a little bit more on Thursday, and then that's also going to cause that humidity, that instability, which means the potential of a few thunderstorms developing once again, clearing out though by Friday and Saturday.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a live look in the downtown area. I-65 and I-70 at the South Split. Traffic in this area is moving along up to speed in both directions. Great news for your morning commute, but let's take a look at one issue we're monitoring to the northeast. A water main break closing Hague Road between 82nd Street and 86th Street. We do know that this is scheduled to be closed through the morning rush hour, although we are told from our photographer at the scene, Jonathan Christians, there's no longer water sprouting up there from the road. So that is good news. They're hoping to have at least one lane back open as soon as possible. Of course, we'll keep you updated, but you can take 82nd Street over to I-69 as a detour in that area.
Next, it's one of everyone's favorite parts of the Indiana State Fair. We'll get a visit from a special guest who will let us know what's new at the Dairy Bar, plus a preview of the famous Hoosier cheese sculpture.
At Ross, yes for less. Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. Here's a live look at traffic downtown. This is I-70 at the North Split. You can see the sun is coming up over central Indiana, so grab the sunglasses as you're heading out for your morning commute. And traffic here in downtown looks to be traveling up to speed.
It is always one of the most popular places at the Indiana State Fair, the always busy Dairy Bar.
Yeah, and you can get your grilled cheese sandwiches and your milkshakes as always, but they're always encouraging you to try out the new things every year. And so we have Brooke Williams here with the American Dairy Association of Indiana to show us what's new. And I tried out what's new this year, the hash brown little grilled cheese. It was delicious.
Yeah, the Hoosier Heartland hash. So it doesn't get much better than instead of using bread, we have 2 hash brown patties with 4 types of cheese on the inside. So yeah, it's been a favorite so far.
So tell us a little bit about what you brought here. It not only looks delicious, but it smells fantastic.
So good. Yeah, every year, you know, we always have the regular classic milkshakes, vanilla chocolate and strawberry, but this year we have a caramel coffee milkshake if you want to try something a little different.
Yum.
And then a mini cheese sculpture replica, because we do have the biggest cheese sculpture, a 2,000-pound cheese sculpture currently being carved at the State Fairgrounds.
Oh my goodness. And tell us a little bit about the carving. I mean, how does that even happen? We were looking at this. This isn't real, is it? And you said, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's made of cheddar. Sarah Kaufman is the cheese sculpturist, and every year we give her a design. This year is an homage to our heroes, the dairy farmers out there, and so you can go and visit, and she'll be out sculpting. It's going to be unveiled this Friday afternoon at noon.
Okay, that is one cute cow, and I'm sure it tastes good too. We were talking before we came on air here. There is a great debate happening.
Yes.
We thought it was just between us.
We just thought, yeah, we just thought we were having a little bit of a not so smart moment there. Is it the Dairy Bar or the Dairy Barn?
Well, this is the debate, and we're selling T-shirts right now, winnersdrinkmilk.com, but it is officially the Dairy Bar. But
okay, so drop the N.
The argument can be made, but it looks like a barn.
Okay.
So we hear it both ways, and we welcome all.
No matter what. Yes, yeah. You're not wrong either way. You can't go wrong with any of this.
No.
All right, anything else people should know if they stop by during the State Fair?
Yeah, I mean, come out and support the Indiana dairy farmers. They're the ones that allow us to put on the Dairy Bar every year at the State Fair, and we have one of the most affordable meals that you can buy, and all the proceeds go back to the organization to help us continue serving up good, delicious dairy products.
Absolutely.
Very cool, and we know that you have a lot of great volunteers helping you guys out, serving up those treats, so we want to thank them as well. Thanks for coming in. Looking forward to heading out to the fair this year, and we have some great forecasts for anyone who wants to head out there today, Alyssa.
Yeah, Alyssa, we're going to dig into this while you do some work over there.
Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? It's going to be a gorgeous day for those heading to the fair. Temperatures today climbing into the 80s this afternoon, expected to be right around 86 degrees. So it's going to be a day that you want to head to the Dairy Bar. Mostly sunny skies as well. Tomorrow we do have those changes back in the forecast. Chances of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening. Now we do have a slight risk of some strong storms in there as well, but it is clearing out just in time for the weekend, so you can head to the fair with some great weather. We'll be right back.
Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home. This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 6:30, our Hiring Hoosiers initiative is dedicating to help you land that perfect job. And this morning, our Classroom to Career initiative is showing you a program that's helping students get a jump start into the beauty industry.
And it was not what 2 college freshmen expected to find when they moved into their new dorm room. What they found on the wall that has the school issuing an apology.
And one very lucky pooch is back with his family this morning. The rescue down in Bloomington after it found itself stuck in a very sticky situation. All right, it is 6:30 here, your Wednesday morning. Thanks for waking up early with us here. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Meredith Barrick. And Alyssa, it is freezing cold in the studio right now. So I'm very happy. That is all I can think about at this moment. I'm very happy it will be warm outside today.
As soon as we step outside today, especially this afternoon, it's going to be a gorgeous summer day. You'll warm up nice and fast. Now, it is going to be cool in some spots this morning outside as well. But look at this sunrise. That is our view to the north, our downtown Northview cam on our RTV6 Weather Now camera. You can see that's where we have a lot of those clear skies this morning. A little bit of cloud coverage hanging on to the south and to the east of us. And we do have a few cool spots out there as well. 67 right now in Indianapolis. That temperature has dropped off yet this morning. 61 in Kokomo, 65 in Muncie. And those areas to the north seeing that cooler air. That's just because that's where that cold front came in from last night. A lot of that has moved to the south of us. Still some lingering cloud coverage, though, to the south and east this morning. That's going to clear out, though, as we head into the afternoon. High pressure is back in control today, so we'll see that daytime heating, mostly sunny skies throughout the day. Some cumulus clouds will develop this afternoon, but we are going to see mostly sunshine for your Wednesday forecast. Temperatures today will be into the mid-80s.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. We're keeping a close eye on your morning commute, and here's a live look from our live drive vehicle on the east side. Shay Goodpaster's out there. Shay, what are you seeing?
Well, right now I'm westbound on I-70, just approaching Post Road. You can see everything's moving just fine at speed. They've got the cones up on I-70 westbound there downtown at the North Split, so everything looks good so far. Lauren, back to you.
All right, Shay, thank you so much. Our main issue right now is up on Hague Road in the northeast side near 82nd Street. A water main break there, but crews are hoping to have at least one lane back open soon.
Classroom to Career is part of our Hiring Hoosiers initiative, focused on helping you find and land that dream job. And as Lauren and I can tell you, there's nothing as good as a day of pampering from your hair, which ironically you're getting done later today.
I am getting my hair done later today.
And your nails, which I'm getting done later today.
Perfect timing, right? So local high school students rather, are learning how to do all of those things, all things beauty, at the Walker Career Center. And so our Erin Lish is joining us live this morning, showing you how the students are getting classroom to career ready. Hey, Erin.
Good morning. So how would you love your student to really enjoy what they're doing in school while getting ahead of everyone else before they graduate? Well, they're doing that right here at the Cosmetology School at the Walker Career Center. Manicures, facials, and a new hairdo. It's all done by students like Olivia Clayton at the Walker Career Center.
I learned like the correct way to do stuff and not just how I feel like it's right.
They're learning all aspects of the beauty industry taught by their instructors.
Some of them have situations in their life where they need to go right out and start a career. And this is a perfect opportunity for them to do so.
So what are their plans?
My sister is opening a salon, and I'm planning to work there with her.
I want to go to college to get my business degree so then I can own my own salon.
Along with school, they're in the salon at least 4 hours a day, working with real clients to hone their craft and build communication skills.
Because you get to meet other people and talk to them and find their interests and stuff.
Once finishing their 2-year program, they get their cosmetology license, saving them thousands of dollars.
Here they spend around $650, $700.
Which students like Olivia appreciate.
I don't got $25,000 to spend a year going to a beauty school. So it's really convenient that I can do it while going to school and graduate through this.
So they are connected to Warren Central, but any of those students in the Hancock County area can apply to be a part of this program. Tomorrow we're going to go up to Noblesville and see what they have to offer to students. But for now, back to you in the studio.
Erin, thank you. If you are looking to learn more about these career programs or other job opportunities in Central Indiana, our Hiring Hoosiers Facebook page is a huge help. It's where you can find posts from prospective companies looking for new employees and all of our other Hiring Hoosiers stories. That is all just a click away for you on the Hiring Hoosiers Facebook page. And our Hiring Hoosiers Classroom to Career initiative continues all week right here on Good Morning Indiana. Here's a preview of some of the stories and schools we'll be featuring this week. So be sure to join us all week right here on Good Morning Indiana from 4:30 to 7.
It is 6:35 on your Wednesday. We are following breaking news this morning from the city's north side. That's where police are investigating a shooting. This all happened just before 3 o'clock this morning near 36 in Illinois. We're told that the victim was taken to the hospital in stable condition. No word this morning on the search for any suspects.
Police are also investigating a shooting near 25th and College. We're told a man was shot in the lower leg just before 4 this morning. Police tell us he is not being very cooperative on where the shooting happened, but he was not shot at that gas station. The victim also told police he was robbed. We're going to stay on top of both of these stories and bring you the latest updates as soon as we learn them.
IMPD says that Chief Brian Roach will give an update this afternoon on last week's deadly shooting during a traffic stop. Investigators say that officers stopped a vehicle at 42nd and Brentwood around 8:15 Friday evening. Police say that a passenger identified as 45-year-old Deshaun Downing produced a gun, and officers responded by shooting and killing him. The driver was taken into custody and is cooperating with investigators. Community activists tell RTV6 they plan on holding another rally this week demanding justice for Downing. We'll stream the update live for you on the RTV6 app beginning at 1 o'clock.
This morning, the University of Indianapolis is trying to figure out how the image of a swastika wound up on the wall of an on-campus dorm room. UIndy students and sisters Shira and Mickey Sasson walked into their new dorm room Monday and found this on the wall. You can see a picture of what appears to be a swastika in red. The sisters are Jewish, originally from Israel, and members of UIndy's women's basketball team. Shira posted a picture of it on social media, saying she was disappointed in what she found.
When I walk in and see that on my wall, it just hit us differently. We felt like this is our home away from home. So seeing that made me, for a few minutes, feel like, what am I doing here? This is so scary and sad.
Shira says she isn't sure if they were targeted or if it was left over from someone who may have used the room over the summer. UIndy says it provided other accommodations for the students and started an in-depth investigation into who had access to that room over the summer. The school is also working with the Indianapolis Jewish Community Relations Council. UIndy also released this statement saying, in part, we are saddened and angered by this act of hate and bigotry. The University of Indianapolis is a welcoming and inclusive environment, denounces actions such as these, and does not tolerate anti-Semitic actions or behavior that is aligned with ideologies that promote hate.
At 6:38, you have until the end of September to weigh in on a proposal that could make it more tough for millions of people to feed their families. The USDA wants to remove a loophole that could allow people to take advantage of SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps. That would also change and undo an Indiana law that raises the limit of assets a person can have and still receive the benefits from about $2,000 to $5,000. So, for example, if you have $3,000 in savings but otherwise qualify for SNAP, you would no longer qualify. If you want to share your opinion on this issue before a decision is made, just go on over to the RTV6 app and click on this story.
A dog in Bloomington is okay after hitting a dead end and getting stuck. The street department and animal control rescued the dachshund named Ollie after it wandered into a drainage pipe under a driveway. The pipe was crushed at one end, making it impossible for Ollie to turn around. One of the workers used bolt cutters to remove the crushed portion of the pipe. He was eventually able to reach Ollie and pull him out to safety. Thankfully, Ollie had no injuries.
Oh, Ollie. All right. Well, a Columbus police officer and Department of Public Works employee are now being recognized for helping to save the life of a fellow city worker. The Columbus Board of Public Works and Safety presented police officer Brian Voiles and DPW worker Rudy Ziegler with a letter of commendation. According to the Columbus Police Department, Voiles was on patrol back on July 10th when he was flagged down by Ziegler. Ziegler's work partner had been eating in the vehicle when he choked on a piece of food and was unable to breathe. Officer Voiles and Ziegler performed the Heimlich maneuver and they were able to dislodge that food. It's time now for a check of our dog walking forecast, and boy, Alyssa, is that guy a cutie.
I know, and our producer Tyler just said in my ear, That dog looks ridiculous.
But it's like a little tourist puppy.
It looks like he needs a pina colada.
I know.
Is what I think.
It looks like this dog is going on vacation. And I want to just tell you guys that today we are going to have vacation-like weather out there. Temperatures are climbing into the 80s, mostly sunny skies. Dogs like Vamp are just going to enjoy this day. Definitely a good one to take a walk. We are starting in the 60s this morning, so a little cool out there, but those temperatures will climb into the 80s. We do have a little bit of cloud coverage just to our south and east this morning. That's just from that cold front that moved through yesterday, brought us that cold air as well, which is why we are seeing some of those temperatures to the north in the 60s this morning, some spots even in the upper 50s. So we are all going to warm up though as we head through the day. High pressure is building in from the north. That is going to clear out a lot of those clouds. We'll see a few cumulus develop this afternoon as well, but for the most part, it's just going to be a sunny and beautiful day for your Wednesday. Starting in the 60s this morning, plenty of sunshine, temperatures climbing into the upper 80s.
Alyssa, thank you. An Indianapolis pilot is sharing his incredible survival story. Just ahead, he describes the moment that he's forced to make a crash landing in the Canadian wilderness.
And how would you like to get in on some of the state fair fun? Just after the break, we have your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Indiana State Fair. It's 6:41. We'll be right back.
Impact-resistant lenses for kids 13 and under.
Welcome back this morning. A pilot from right here in Indianapolis is sharing an incredible story of when he was forced to make a crash landing in the Canadian wilderness. Matt Lentenhen was flying through the Canadian wilderness himself when he realized he would have to make that emergency landing. He described those moments.
I was looking straight out the front window, watching the terrain get closer and closer and closer. I wasn't looking down, I was just looking straight ahead. And as I started to enter the tree line, there was a loud explosion, and a large tree came piercing right through the bottom of the airplane. It missed my leg by about an inch, actually ripped my shorts and scraped my leg.
Well, after the crash landing in the middle of the wilderness, Matt's wild journey was only just beginning. He shares more details of his dramatic survival and rescue. That's coming up on Good Morning America right here on RTV6 at 7 o'clock.
Wow, can't wait to hear more about that. President Trump on his way to Dayton, Ohio and El Paso, Texas today to offer condolences to victims and meet with leaders and talk about his plans to combat gun violence in the U.S. Meanwhile, the investigation into what motivated the suspected shooters continues. The ex-girlfriend of the Dayton shooter says he spoke openly about mental illness and suicide, and that he showed her a video of a mass shooting on their first date. In El Paso, Texas, police there say the shooter is showing no signs of remorse for his actions.
Well, there was a scary moment for people enjoying one of New York's biggest tourist attractions, this chaotic scene playing out in Times Square last night. It happened when a motorcycle backfired, leading people to believe it was a gunshot. People began to run, even some seeking shelter in the nearby stores. No shots were fired, but the noise did cause a great deal of concern following the weekend events in both Texas and Ohio. Customers inside the Disney store were even taken to the back of the store as a precautionary measure. 8 people were injured in the chaos.
Now to a wild story out of Florida. A family there says their toilet was destroyed during a thunderstorm. Come take a look. The family was laying in bed on Sunday morning when they heard a loud boom. It turns out lightning had actually struck near their home, hitting the septic tank just outside. The force of the lightning actually ignited some gases in the tank, traveling through the lines and causing the toilet to explode. Thankfully, no one was injured.
Wow, that would have been a surprise if you were going to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Thank goodness.
Oh,
yeah.
Holy moly.
There are some good dad jokes that you could get out of that one, but I will save you all, and I'll toss it over to Alyssa here.
I don't even know how to follow that.
Yeah.
How do I follow that?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
No lightning or no danger of this happening here in Central Indiana today.
Your toilets are safe today.
Toilets are safe today. We're going to see some beautiful weather. There's how you follow it, I guess. Beautiful sunrise right now over our Speedway cam. You can see the city looking gorgeous this morning. However, you can see we do have some low-lying clouds. Also a little bit of fog that we're picking up in some locations this morning. Cool start to the north because of that cold front that moved through overnight. 61 in Kokomo, Bloomington at 68, Indianapolis at 67. Now we're seeing partly cloudy skies in some locations, but a lot of us were clear overnight. However, all that moisture that came through with that cold front is bringing us some foggy conditions as well. We're down to just 6 miles of visibility in Muncie. Down in Bloomington, we're down to just a quarter mile of visibility, and we'll continue to see that build as we head through the morning in some of those locations that are a little bit more low-lying, but most of us are going to see clear skies to start today. A little bit of cloud coverage to our south and east this morning, just as that cold front moves out. That has brought some strong storms over in Ohio as we headed overnight last night, but only a few to our southern locations. A lot of us were clear of that storm system yesterday. Next, high pressure is building in. That's going to be in control for your Wednesday, clearing out a lot of that cloud coverage as we head through the day. We will see the potential for a few cumulus clouds developing this afternoon, but for the most part, lots of sunshine. A lot of cloud coverage to the south and east this morning, and then that's going to clear out. Plenty of sun by the noon hour, hitting the 80s at many locations. A little cooler to the north still as we hang on to that cold air. Temperatures staying in the 70s, but they will catch up with that daytime heating. Plenty of sunshine going to take those temperatures up into the mid 80s, and then we will see those cumulus clouds develop later this afternoon and overnight. Tomorrow, chances of showers are back in the forecast, as well as a few thunderstorms. Right now, we are looking at a risk of some severe to strong storms. A slight risk right across Indianapolis, followed by a marginal risk for northern and southern counties as that system moves through. That is expected tomorrow afternoon and into the evening. And of course, we'll keep an eye on that and keep you updated on what is expected with that storm. Today, great day to go to the fair. I took this on the first day of the fair, this picture. Beautiful day. That's what it's going to be like today as well. 86 for the high, mostly sunny skies, some light winds out of the northwest. Tomorrow, 88 for the high. Those chances of showers and thunderstorms move in the afternoon. Temperatures climbing a little bit, and then we are calming down just in time for the weekend. Sunny skies and mild conditions.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Here's a live look at your drive as you're heading through the downtown area on Interstate 70 or Interstate 65. This is at the North Split. Traffic here is traveling up to speed. Just a heads up, if you are driving through downtown today, though, we now have a closure for the Drum Corps International in downtown. Avoid South Street between Missouri Street and Capitol Avenue. Well, once again, SpaceX had a successful liftoff from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Tuesday's launch on the Falcon 9 rocket was the 74th time the Falcon 9 has traveled into space and the third trip into space for this particular rocket. The goal of this rocket is to carry a satellite into orbit, which will be used to improve communication across Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. SpaceX will have a little downtime before their next launch, which is not set until the middle of October.
All right, you've waited long enough. Right now is your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Indiana State Fair. Your tickets are good any day during the State Fair. The final day of the fair will be Sunday, August 18th. All you need to do is be the 6th caller right now. Here's the number on your screen, 317-269-1459. And if you don't win today, don't worry. We're giving away more tickets all week long. Good luck. We'll be right back.
Visit the Hiring Hoosiers job board.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. It is 6:53. I'm Meredith Barrett.
And I'm Lauren Casey. We're working for you, helping you to get your Wednesday morning started.
We have your top stories covered, and we're keeping a close eye on traffic. But we do want to start off with Alyssa Donovan and your Wednesday morning forecast.
And it is going to be a gorgeous day. We are picking up a little bit of fog, especially to the south, right around Bloomington. This is our Bloomington camera. We're down to just a quarter mile of visibility there right now. And it's a little bit cool down there. 68 degrees in Bloomington, 67 rather in Indianapolis. We're at 55 in Logansport. So some cool spots on the map this morning. If you're heading to the bus stop with the kids, you might want to grab a light jacket. High pressure is building in, though, as we head through the day. That's going to bring us plenty of sunshine. Just a few clouds expected this afternoon. Mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 80s.
Good morning. We are outside the Walker Career Center where students are part of a program where they help people look good and in turn feel good. So this program we're talking about is their cosmetology program for juniors and seniors. They learn how to do things like hair, manicures, facials, and makeup. And once they finish the 2 years, they will be able to get their Indiana State cosmetology license. This program will cost students around $700, which instructors say is a huge savings because beauty school after graduation could cost more than $25,000. They are connected with Warren Central, but students across Hancock County can apply for the program, and you can also come here as a client for your services. Back to you in the studio.
Aaron, thank you. RTV6 is giving you an exclusive look at how police are going undercover to catch drivers who are putting children's lives at risk. We rode along with Muncie police officers as they followed school buses on their routes. Police and parents say the biggest issue is drivers passing buses when the stop arm is out. Several agencies in Indiana received a state grant this year to pay officers overtime to specifically enforce school bus laws.
And a warning this morning to be extra alert at the bus stop. Police say that a man tried to lure a student into his car on the south side. Perry Township School says that an elementary school student told them that a bus driver, told her bus driver rather, that a man in a car pulled up to her stop on Shelby Street and Thompson Road around 8:15 Tuesday morning and said that her bus was going to be late. The man then offered to take her to school, and thankfully she did not go with him. The vehicle is being described as a small red four-door car with a baby in the back seat. If you have any information as to who this person might be, you should call IMPD at the number on your screen, 317-327-3811.
One of two unborn twin boys has died just days after his mother was shot in the head in Anderson. Police say the mother, 29-year-old Alexis Wasson, and the surviving twin are on life support. Wasson is 21 weeks pregnant. Her boyfriend, Skylar White, is accused of shooting her on Friday. Court documents show that White told his mother the shooting was an accident. Right now, he faces charges of attempted murder and criminal recklessness.
A Monroe County mother will serve 2.5 years of probation after admitting to strangling her son. Michaela Carpenter reached a plea agreement and agreed to continue counseling. Court records say she slapped her then 2-year-old son and put her hands over his mouth for 45 seconds. As part of the plea, prosecutors dismissed a charge of battery.
A historic bridge will be closed even longer than expected, and the city is acknowledging the project has taken way too long. The Central Avenue Bridge over Fall Creek will hopefully open in a few weeks, according to the Department of Public Works. DPW wanted to open the bridge last month. The city is now working with the Department of Transportation to get the contractor to work a little faster.
And here's a live look right now at your drive on the north side, I-465 at Ditch Road from our INDOT traffic camera up there on the north side. You can see traffic is moving along up to speed, both eastbound and westbound, but it is picking up, so you can expect delays as we get a little bit closer to 7 o'clock. And just a heads up, we do have Hague Road closed on the northeast side for a water main break near 82nd Street. Alyssa.
We're going to see a gorgeous day today. We are starting a little cool in some spots this morning, especially for northern counties. Also seeing a little bit of fog developing to the south and to the northeast of Indianapolis. So if you're heading either of those directions, just be aware you might encounter some visibility issues on the roads. Besides that, though, mostly sunny skies today. A little bit of cloud coverage this afternoon. 86 for the high.
All right, Alyssa, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back in 25 minutes and all throughout Good Morning America.